Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to A Day in the Life, How to Be Happy podcast. My name is Chelsea Day, and today we are going to be talking about making the most of your downtime to have a more fulfilling life. So in this episode, I'm just going to outline a couple of simple tips of things that I've been adding to my daily life that I felt has really lifted my spirit and changed my habits, and it has made my life a bit more interesting, honestly. The first tip, stop looking at your smartphone. I know, it's cliche, and there's nothing wrong with looking at your phone every now and then. But is there anything more depressing than opening and closing the same 4 apps for hours on end? I'm often surprised at how much time can pass while stuck in this sort of trance. There are minutes and hours that could be going towards something more productive. So what are some things that we can do instead? I feel that as we get older, we tend to forget that we're capable of learning and growing. Personally, I have found that I get a lot of fulfillment from developing new skills that are a little outside of the norm and outside of a more forced learning environment like school or work. So gain a new hobby. A strange story behind one of my newest hobbies. I recently started a fish tank with 5 cherry shrimp to keep my betta fish company. After doing some research and finding that the betta would kill the shrimp, I quickly started a separate tank for my shrimp. My shrimp have bred, and I now have over 20. I definitely never saw myself breeding shrimp as a hobby, but I find them very easy to maintain and incredibly amusing to watch. So think outside the box, start an herb garden, get a fish, or read a book you've always wanted to read. Sometimes simple is better, and it's something you can always do in your downtime. My next tip, learn a new skill. For me, there is something simply liberating about learning something by yourself, for yourself. Maybe I'm in the minority here, but I have found that I really enjoy studying without the pressure of having to answer to a higher authority. Because of this, I've recently taken up a passion for studying Korean. I study online, and to be honest, I'm not very good at it yet, but that's okay, and that's part of what makes it enjoyable for me. There's absolutely no pressure. If I stop studying Korean tomorrow, there will be no failing grade, but I will have learned something. And if I keep up and become fluent someday, I may be opened up to communicate with a whole group of people that I wouldn't have been able to otherwise, or gain new opportunities. There isn't really a downside for me. Learning a skill can also be something that you're passionate about. Maybe you want to learn how to draw. You don't have to have had drawing experience before. Pick up a pen, start drawing. Maybe you'll find a talent that you didn't know that you had. Start writing a book. If there's anything that you thought you wanted to do before, use your downtime to work towards that goal. It doesn't have to be perfect, and maybe you're not good at it, but that's okay. Keep working. My third tip, get active, but do it creatively. We all know that exercise is necessary to a healthy lifestyle, but being active doesn't always have to mean hitting the gym. Recently, I found a lot of joy in getting the most fun that I can out of fitness. This tip is great for those who are moms, or maybe those who, in my situation, have friends with kids. Rather than having boring movie nights where the young ones won't sit still and you're having to watch cartoons, my friends and I have been doing more active hobbies like taking the kids ice skating and roller skating, going kayaking, or visiting trampoline parks. Of course, you don't have to have kids to do these things, but it always makes fun memories and it keeps you up and moving. A lot of times you're exercising and you don't even notice it. And my last but not least important tip, self-care. This can come in all different forms. Figure out a way that you're neglecting yourself and fix it. Maybe that's a new skincare routine, or maybe it's taking the time to exercise daily and create a healthier diet plan. This could range from a spa day to catching up on all the work you've been procrastinating on and stressing over. Self-love is incredibly important to our mental health, and finding new ways to take care of yourself and create a better you is always going to be beneficial in the end. So this has been 5 ways to better utilize your downtime. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope that these tips will help guide you towards a healthier and more fulfilling life.